What's expectation setting that's realistic involving Aaron Rodgers now that he's actually here and we can say this and talk about it as a real thing and not technically a hypothetical? Like, can they win a playoff game with this guy? Realistically speaking, in a loaded AFC?
I think that's the pass-fail on everything they've done this offseason. They've done things differently than we've ever seen them do their business to try to end this streak of 9 years without a playoff win, the longest streak in franchise history by 4 years. Before this stretch, the longest they went between postseason wins is 5 years.
You're talking about in the modern era. You're talking about the Super Bowl era. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they went 40 years without winning a playoff game at all. But once they finally busted through, thanks to Franco Harris scooping up the ball and running into the end zone December 23, 1972, they've never gone before this current stretch more than 5 years without winning a playoff game. So I think there's a desperation to bring that to an end, and I think that is the litmus test. That's the pass-fail. And then anything beyond that is house money. The question is, though, can you beat, in the postseason, single elimination, the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, the Bengals and Joe Burrow, the Bills and Josh Allen, the Texans and C.J. Stroud, or ultimately the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes? We won't know that. But here's the thing to remember. It's not like Aaron Rodgers has a ton of postseason success. He's got one Super Bowl appearance in his career. They've had multiple one seeds that they've squandered in Green Bay. So we'll see. But for now, the mission is clear. Get to the playoffs and win a playoff game. That's when it becomes a success. And then anything after that, who knows?
Mike, I said to Mulsey yesterday when we listened back to it, he did say, hey, if we won the 7th championship, it would be great here. But then he also, when asked to elaborate on what he's looking for this year, he said to have fun. And I said to Chris, that's like the most anti-Tom Brady thing I've ever heard in my entire life. There's only one 41-year-old quarterback ever who's played an entire season and finished with a winning record, and it's Brady. And Rodgers said that his goal is to have fun this year. It was the guy's a strange guy. We get that. But I don't know. I just wonder what he's trying to get out of this year. I think he might just be trying to get out of it something that's better than what happened in New York the last 2 years.
I don't think he wants the capper on his career to be the last 2 seasons that we saw from him. 4 snaps in 2023 amid high expectations. And then he hovered over the team for the last half of the year, something Tom Brady didn't do the year he tore an ACL. Quarterbacks who get injured and they have a serious injury, you just got to stand down and let the remaining players try to get the most they can out of the season. Then last year, his worst as a starter, as a full-time starter, 5-12. He played all 17 games. That was his goal. Hooray. But they went 5-12. It was a disaster. So for him, I think just getting to the playoffs would be a success because it's a better final chapter to the book than what we've seen. Now, he's already got a spot in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't need to go back to the Super Bowl like Kurt Warner did to get in once he landed with the Cardinals late in his career. He's a walk-in, no-brainer, upper room Deion Sanders Hall of Famer.
Yep.
But how do we cleanse the palate of the poop sandwich from the last 2 years with the Jets? That's what it comes down to.